All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Joel.
Good afternoon, Spencer.
I don't know what my expectations were for the day, but today seems rather quiet to me.
It is, it's definitely not a trend day. There wasn't huge fireworks off the open, that sometimes you expect on a quad, which I did see 4.5 million to buy, on the close, but that could be, once again, that could be easily offset as well. We're not really far from where we were this morning. When we were talking on the show. Let me bring up the right screen here, the right platform. We'll run through the numbers. And then we have Rob Friesen coming on to talk about his week, some of the symbols that he talked about last week, and just some of his overall setups perhaps for next week. We can do more on that on Sunday night. We had that dip off the open, and it looked pretty bad for a while. Got down to 38.75. We made a new low for the week on Friday. So that's important from the fact that, the market did show some weakness near the end of the week. Now, I'm not calling for a big turn or anything, but we're going to be settling below some weekly numbers that I like to keep track of. So the market is starting in the hole a little bit for next week, but it doesn't need much to get out of it. So we'll keep an eye on that. Currently just bouncing around above and below 39.10. Crude, after getting shellacked yesterday, getting down to 59.01 today, a little bit of a rebound, up $1.61. You have gold continuing just a slow march higher. That's up $7.50 at $17.40. Silver going the opposite way. That's down a dime at $26.24. And Bitcoin, now, don't think we're going to settle over 60 in the futures. We're up $1,600 and $58,950 in Bitcoin.
So I'm not seeing too much of interest today, to be honest with you, Joel. I know I saw there was
interest from who? Interest from the people? Interest from you? What do you
too much of interest? Like too much of interest, like in the market. Like there isn't like a lot.
Well, you know why?
Everyone's watching basketball?
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
I almost came out with a short Comcast recommendation earlier today.
You had some problems?
I had some problems, and I tried to reboot and unplugging the cord and everything. So then I had to call and spend 15 minutes on customer service, but I got it bad. No major upsets yet, though, is what I'm seeing.
No. Only like intraday headlines that I saw that really, caught my attention. There's, I guess, some widespread Facebook outages today, but the stock isn't really reacting too much. And Rackspace, there was some M&A chatter about all.
Wait a second. Isn't that gone?
No,
RXT. Oh, well, there used to be another Rackspace. RAX. Am I mistaken? Is Bill Big D here?
I don't know.
Bill Big D, help me out. Or someone that's old in the chat. Can you guys help me out? Because I thought there used to be a different stock called Rackspace. But anyways, what's the symbol?
RXT. There are some M&A, some baseless M&A chatter. Amazon reportedly showing interest. Yeah, okay.
They're doing okay. I mean, it's trading at the highs of the session.
Herd Scrambler and NCAL says, yes, Joel, you are correct.
No, really.
Well,
thank you. I resemble that. I know we got some good. All right. S&P's making a little comeback here going into the close where intraday high is 1950. 2350 is the bogey for the pre-market high on the upside. And if they really get this rocking to the south or to the north, I got a target at 39.40, but I just kind of feel like that's out of the question. If there's smoke, there's fire here. I want to be short to stock with that kind of news out there. It's a new stock trading at the highs of it's trading right at the highs of the session. If you're a gap fill trader, you got that gap fill, and you got to take your profits where profits are warranted. Deal or no deal on the table. Dion says I'm right even when I'm wrong.
Wait, there was actually another headline that I forgot that was from this morning, and that was concerning Visa.
One more. I just want to say potential double top at, if you're looking for more upside on this RXT, pair of highs 25.18, 25.20.
There is a headline out at about 10:30 this morning that the DOJ is probing Visa's debit card practices for antitrust competition practices.
That's not good.
No,
that's not good. Well,
but then again, how often do these things actually result in anything? Is my question.
Well, the bad news is it's down 11 sticks. The good news is that it's right on.
Only down 11 sticks now. I don't know.
Yep. Bad news is though, it's right on the lows of the session, and when you're leaning down on a low area, 208.67. That was your low going back a couple weeks. Your current low is right in that area, so maybe I hope that this low catches it, but I don't know. That's a big red bar. Had two other red bars. So, I mean, this is one, if you're looking for candidates to take home long over the weekend, this one, I'd say it's kind of leaning against you. I have no idea what the noise is.
Let's just, before we grab Rob real fast, let's just do a quick look at the S&P adds and deletes, just because I haven't looked at them all today.
Okay, let's do that. That's fine.
I'm a little curious. So Penn up 6% today.
Yeah, but in perspective of where it was, I mean, that we talked about that this morning with Triple D. Got off the mat. If you're buying this, say, at 140, you're dumping it at 110. For next week, we got an area to look at. It's very easy. The weekly low here, 111.59. That low was protected today. You had another low in that area. So let's get back half of this move from 140 to 110. Maybe take you up 127, 128. Doesn't look bad. I just don't like, note your weekly lows, folks. And, you take out the weekly low, you got to go. But what do you think about all these gambling apps, Spencer? They're giving all these people all this free money.
No, not everyone does the giveaways, right? Well,
why wouldn't you?
Well, why wouldn't you? If you want to if you want to save money on you want people to actually use their real money. I mean, it's every offer that you give is money that's costing you, right? As a business.
I mean, if you think you're any good and you're putting $1,000 in,
no. I know.
Aren't they giving you $1,000? Am I misreading these ads?
Yeah, I mean, from the business perspective, right? Not every not every company wants to give away all that money, right? It's a giveaway.
They're all doing it.
Some more than others, right? I know DraftKings is doing it, but I don't know.
They're all doing it.
I don't know how much Barstool is,
Because here's my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Spencer Isreal,
you
got $1,000.
Uh-huh.
You put it in one of these apps.
Mm-hmm.
And they give you another 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Then you lose that 2,000. You lose 2,000.
Yeah, sounds like yesterday. Okay.
So you going back to the well? You putting another $1,000 in there? You refueling that puppy up?
Look, I'll be honest. I am not the real person to talk to you about sports betting. No, I'm afraid of my own I'm like afraid of sports betting because I'm afraid I would like it too much. So I really, really, really try not to do it.
There's Mitch. Is Mitch chuckling in the background?
Mitch is laughing. Mitch has much more experience than this. I'm a total sports betting noob boy because I really, really try to protect myself by not playing the game.
I make income on this.
That's great.
Hey, Joel, I'd have to agree, though. I have to agree with Joel. I want to reiterate what Joel's saying here. Definitely the promos you got to watch for. And I actually pay attention to that because in the long run, it's kind of like their marketing scheme. Essentially, it's their marketing scheme. So the one that I've seen the biggest promos from is MGM, and that's the platform I'm on, guys. And there's a reason why. They give me free money, and if you give me free money, I'm down to play. So I think it's really at advantage when you look for those promos, but you got to look for the companies and how much they're giving away. But like Spencer said, some less than others. So but the limit is a lot of the times for the match that you're talking about is 500. So at least they have a somewhat limit. But
why do they give you that?
Dude,
because they want to keep you.
It's all customer acquisition. Yeah, it's all customer.
Yeah.
Well, because they know you're going to lose your original stake.
No,
Mm-hmm.
They
know it.
Yeah,
the odds are 50-50 at best.
And the point is, I'm already here. I already have the app. I might as well just keep going. To Joel, that's what Joel's getting at. I think it's that. But
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But this weekend, money.
I wish I had a
money.
My soundboard's not plugged in because I was watching basketball. But I would do my sound effects.
I just, for full disclosure, I'm all about pools and suicide pools and low risk, high payouts. Right. I mean, I've done my thing, betting on individual games and spreads and got hooked by a half a point. I mean, it's a tough game. I think you're much better listening to PreMarket Prep and also looking at odds and probabilities. So if that's not a great segue for Rob, can you bring in Rob Friesen?
I can't. That was me. All right,
feed it to Liddell. Oops. 1-on-1.
That's my basketball.
That was basketball.
That
was EJ Liddell from Ohio.
That was embarrassing.
So now you guys know when we yell at Spencer during the show because he's not paying attention. This is what he does during the show. He's like watching TV. He's playing with his Rubik's Cube.
Get me out of here,
his
Rob.
slinky hand.
Oh my God, save me, Rob. How we doing?
You guys are like shock jocks, aren't you?
Oh, no. Oh, gosh, no. I certainly hope not. Rob, how'd the week treat you? It ended up being, all things considered, a rather quiet end to an eventful, Wednesday and Thursday were very eventful days. Today, not so much.
Well, I mean, we had Fed, so You're always going to have some extra movement there. I mean, I can't say that for every Fed meeting we've ever had, but this one was particularly important because we're leaning on every word as to whether there's inflation to be worried about or not. Yep. This 10-year has certainly had its rally here. So with rates rising, the question is on the table. Is this short-lived or is this?
Don't tell Jerome Powell that, Rob.
Well, what we don't like is that, it seems to be like catching them a little bit by surprise, whereas
he ain't
traders
moving now.
Traders
he's like an iceberg. He's like an iceberg.
Yeah.
He's an iceberg order. He is just, they're coming at him and he is just not moving.
Yeah. Well, listen, on a more important note, you can plan your trades a week ahead of time, a month ahead of time, believe it or not. Joel, we talked on
Let's
Sunday and even last Friday, we talked about this Friday. So maybe you can pop up that dashboard
Yep,
that I sent you on your Skype there. So
let me see if it showed up on screen.
The key is that, there are events that continuously repeat. And even though things are new and things are different, history is is still there. So we look ahead, and the third Friday, there's symbols that you can take long. There's symbols you can take short. We recommend, looking at things from a relative performance basis instead of being absolutely naked to the market. Because here's an example. You could have bought all the stuff that's on the left side of that screen there, the green stocks. And what if the market, went into the abyss today? Maybe they wouldn't perform as well as you had liked them to, or would maybe they're all down. But if you had shorted some as well, then you would be involved in the relative performance between your longs and shorts. And so I know that some of our subscribers have taken exactly those trades today, and they've worked out to about 0.27% return on capital. So, we talked about it on Sunday. How can you possibly have your trades for Friday a week ahead of time?
Correct. And now that's why I'm not going to ask you about your trades for next week, because
we can talk about, hey, listen, going into Monday. So there's a seasonality for every day, not just special events like expiration or first day of the month or whatever. But how about a Monday in March? Just generically, a Monday in March. It's looking like gold is, GDX, GDXJ, GLD are looking pretty bullish for Monday. And that's just from a statistical point of view. I'm not an advisor. I'm not recommending it, right?
Do you have something with a Monday in March following an expiration?
I don't have that, but I have just Mondays in March in general, or I can do Mondays in every month. What's every Monday look like versus what's a Monday in March look like? So for Monday, we're looking at gold is favored, and energy like oil, even the financials, KRE and XLF are looking weaker for Monday. So I know they've been recently strong because of the interest rates rising, but Monday is favoring gold over financials. Don't argue with me. Let's just see how it plays out.
No. I'd only argue with my wife and my kids and Spencer and Dennis. Could you just go in a little bit more detail what we're looking at here? And then I know you got some positions going into the close. Can you just explain, what we're looking at here? And
on the left-hand side, the far left, it's giving you the odds of it being up for the open to close today, basically. So this is basically looking back in history at all of the third Fridays of the month and saying that this is how they perform on an open to close basis for the day. And on the right-hand side is the stocks that are favored to go down. So example, you might have taken a few shorts. You can always call it out by price of the stock, right? Like if something's very expensive, you might eliminate it or that kind of thing. Or if the odds are quite low. Like if you look at XEL, the odds were quite low on that one. There were only a 25% chance of it going down. And
okay. All right.
We lost you. Okay, go ahead.
No, you didn't lose. I'm still here. I just want to go into real quickly before we let you go. There's a lot of symbols here, right? And not everyone can employ all those symbols and all those strategies, right? What do you have? Like, what do you recommend? I mean, obviously on a pattern day trader, retail platforms and whatnot. You're limited in what you can do. What's your solution? And we're just bouncing around like a ping pong ball here, folks.
If
we are just moving around.
If you have enough capital, you can certainly spread it out into an abundance of strategies and different time frames. If you're really limited on capital, it's going to be challenging, especially with things like pattern day trader rule and stuff like that. So if you're really undercapitalized, I would recommend moving towards a prop firm. And if you got all the capital that you need for working with various strategies, then stay retail if you want. But the thing is, it's always better to spread things around and not concentrate so much capital into one idea. I find that, the fear of missing out, the FOMO, causes people to take risks that you wouldn't normally take in life. That's sort of like when possibilities in the room, probability just disappears. You don't think in a probabilistic terms. So the fear of missing out tends to get people concentrating capital into a few names, and it may work out, it may not, but I'd rather focus on the earning side of the business, do things that are boring, that are predictable, things that we have data for, and just do it over and over and over and earn money from the market rather than try to win and hit home runs. This isn't, well, you do the same thing in sports betting if you wanted to make actually a living from sports betting. I know some people that do really well at sports betting. I don't know if you're one of them or not, but they have a certain way of approaching it, and a lot of it is
odds based.
Yeah, it's definitely odds based, and it's definitely like I even had a guy making money on. He was one of my traders, and he was making side money on horse racing, and
we talked about that.
Yeah, he only bet like Long Island, or Hollywood and Long Acres or whatever.
Los Alamitos.
Yeah, I forget the two ones. I'm not into it, so I don't know. But it was one in New York and one in L.A. That he was always betting on. But he would buy handicap from 2 or 3 other sources and then do his own handicap. And he did really well. So it took a lot of effort on the data side for him, but it produced. I just don't see a lot. I don't see a lot of discretionary traders making money from concentrating capital into a few ideas by trying to figure out, what the stock's going to do for the day off of, charts or even fundamentals or opinions or, the talking heads or whatever. I just don't see them doing very well. I've had a lot of them.
You know what they say, Rob? You know what they say about at the bottom of the sea, there's a lot of sunken ships, right?
Yeah,
and what does everyone? What do they all have? What do all those ships
on the
have
ocean
in them?
floor is still the chart. Yeah, they're charts.
They still got the chart room. That's correct. All right, Rob, we're going to let you go here. I am going to post a link. We're going to do our Sunday night gig again, and we are not going to be interfered by any Michigan basketball because we play tomorrow. And hopefully, if we can beat Texas Southern, we play on Monday. So we'll be at our regular time, 6 p.m. I just put the channel on there. I'll be tweeting it out, and hope everyone can come and join us and see how the future's open and see how things set up for next week. So, Rob, thanks for reviewing the week, and we'll look forward to what Stock Odds has to say about next week's action.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
All right, Spencer, we only have 6 minutes left here.
Maybe we should have asked this before we let Rob go, but the Stock Odds seasonal almanac, where is it available? I don't know. Dimitri, you'll have to tune into the Sunday broadcast and ask that question. That's on Joel's Twitter at Spoos, because we don't know that, but we should have.
We'll get it. Well, I don't think it's
before booting Rob. Sorry, Dimitri. I'm looking ahead to next week, guys. Not much on the calendar. Couple of things of note. Jerome Powell speaking again, this time in Congress. I know, Joel. I don't make the schedule, okay? Just know that. I don't make the schedule. He's speaking on Monday. No, well, he's speaking Monday, but really the main thing is going to be, was it Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning? He's going to be in front of Congress. Make sure I got the date right. Yeah, it's Tuesday at noon. He's speaking in front of the House Committee of Financial Services Tuesday at noon. So you want to have that on your radar. And also Tuesday is a big day. Tuesday is a big day. Tuesday is the day we've all been waiting for.
Retail earnings?
Specifically Tuesday afternoon. A very specific retailer, Joel, has earnings that we're all waiting for.
Lululemon?
Lulu. Get Lulu out of here. No, forget that. We all want to hear from GameStop. and they report earnings on Tuesday after the close. The conference call is scheduled for 5:00 Eastern, which means it'll probably be out around 4. The numbers, and I'm not sure. Benzinga may try, and I'm not sure about the legality of this sort of thing. But if it is kosher, Benzinga may try to do a show and a live stream and react as it's happening. Mitch and I will talk about that over the weekend. But GameStop earnings Tuesday afternoon. That's going to be the story of Tuesday. I can't wait. I'm excited. And that's the big announcement for as far as next week is concerned. There's really not much on the calendar. It's GameStop, man.
It's not gonna be about their earnings. It's gonna be about
nobody cares about their Q. They're reporting for Q4. Who cares? Nobody cares about the quarter. Nobody wants to know about the quarter. Everybody wants to know about what's going on. Are you raising money? What's happening?
Yeah.
Is the government talking to you? Is the SEC? What's going on there? That's what we want to know. All
right. Well,
also, Joel, I have some trivia for you. Some college basketball and stock market trivia.
Okay.
At the same time, there is actually a publicly traded company. There's a publicly traded school in the tournament this year. Do you know who that is?
A publicly?
Yep. There's a for-profit college. They're publicly traded. They are in the tournament. Can you get the school? And bonus points if you get the ticker. The ticker would be insane if you got that. All right, I'll give you the ticker.
Give me a hint.
Give you a hint. It's in the western half of the United States.
Someone said DeVry. Is that it?
I thought that's in New Jersey, I think. The ticker is LOPE, and they get that from their mascot, which is the antelopes, if that helps you at all.
No.
All right. Grand Canyon University. GCU. I'm all over this trade. All right. They're a 15 seed. They're playing Iowa Saturday night.
GCU?
Yeah, Grand Canyon.
It's not coming up for me.
Well, no, because the ticker is LOPE. LOPE.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's take a look at it.
Well, wait. We lost your charts. Bring your charts back.
Okay. All right, hold on.
LOPE. Here. If they beat Iowa on Saturday, that means that means they play Monday during the market.
You got me on that. I was gonna say no. You totally stumped me on that, Spencer.
Hey, points for Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer, get you out of the doghouse for being so lazy this week. Let's see, LOPE, LOPE.
Hey, where are your charts? Come on.
I did. I brought them up. I got it off. LOPE.
No. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Some people were looking for the upside. There's some good resistance here.
Yeah.
But if they take the lead and they can bust out, I'd say 112. S&Ps are completely coming undone here. I was thinking about this, and I was trying to look for a whole number, where they would carve people out. And I was looking at the cash, and the futures, I was thinking about 3,900, folks. That's just where we tick. 3,900. We are now red on the session after fighting to be green all day. Let's see where the cash is to see where people are getting carved out on the cash. Not the close you wanted to see. Let me see the cash here. $sign INX. Oh, the people that had the 3,900 calls, where'd the cash go? The cash is a little bit higher. So not a great close, folks. Closing 25 handles off the low for the week. Well below my weekly number. So if there's been a bearish Friday, this is it. Probably for the first time in like 17 years. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on Sunday night. Tune in Sunday night if you want to know what's going on and get some trades for the week.
Smash that like button, everyone. Thanks a lot, Joel. I'll talk to you again, if not over the weekend, during the
Go Blue.
Then Monday, go Blue for you.